Hello there. I am going to do a very quick video that's going to just share 3 things that help me with my anxiety, my generalized anxiety disorder. It's 3 things that really have definitely improved things, and when I stick to them, it's amazing what can happen, how it sets a foundation for my life. So I'm going to share that with you, and I promise I'll get back to some more recipe videos, but this is just what my heart's feeling like doing at the moment to help whoever might need the help with this, with anxiety, right? So I'm sharing what helps me so that it might help you. So here I go. So 3 things. One is when I get up, it's incredible what happens if one of the first things you do is you get outside and you go for a walk. And it's that simple. Now, because I have dogs, it's easier for me, so I take them and go out. It might be a little harder if, say, you get up and you're on your own and, well, I'm just going to go for a walk by myself. But trust me, if you do it, and if you just get out into nature and you get out into the sun's just coming up and it's the rays are just hitting the earth and they're hitting your body and your eyesight, right? It goes into your retina and your skin feels the warmth as the day's beginning. It helps, and it livens things up, and it gets your cells excited and going, and it just changes your mood. There's something that happens with your serotonin and I don't know all of the scientific and technical terms of it, but I do know that it works. So you get up, and that's what you do. I mean, what I'll do is I'll make my tea, whatever it is at the moment, and what I mean by that is sometimes I have the green teas, or I'm making a lemon ginger tea, or I have a chai one, and I get that on the go. And then while it's brewing, I go for a walk, and the dogs and we go for a walk. And it doesn't have to be a huge long ordeal, but it can be. I mean, if that's what you enjoy. I'm now about half an hour, but you could do, even if it's 10 minutes, you've gotten out and you feel it. And I know, like for me, with the winter coming, I'm hoping to be able to keep this up throughout the winter, because it's going to be a little harder to leave the warmth of my renovated church with the wood stove going. But I do believe it really helps, and it makes a huge difference to me. Okay, now number 2 is to do with sleep. Now, I always struggled with sleep, and I had this, it's like Clockwork Orange, this 3 o'clock wake up thing, like bing, 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 just would drive you like totally off the wall, because you just want to sleep, and for some reason, just wake up. And I used to, I still do. I think too much, and it's part of, anxiety is being a worrier and being just thinking a lot, which can be a good thing, but it's also can be a hindrance. And I think you probably understand if you do the same thing. You think too much and worry. So I learned that you don't really need the amount of sleep you think you do, because then I used to worry about that. So then I'd worry, okay, I'm up at 3, and now when am I going to go back to sleep? And now I'm not going to get that 8 hours that everybody talks about, and it's so important, and we don't get enough sleep. And so it was really it was really freeing for me to realize that you don't have to worry about that. Like, it doesn't have to be this complete and utter 8 hours, because for me, I function better when it's 6. That's my perfect time for me. 6 hours, not more than that. And I click into some sort of a little bit of grogginess, or a little bit hard to get up, or less than that, I still can function quite well with. But not night after night after night. So I fall right into that 6 hours. So I'm just sharing this with you because so that you find what works for you in how many hours of sleep you need. So don't worry about this whole notion of if it's not 8, you're missing out, or you're hurting yourself, or you're not getting what you need. Again, we are all so individual that it just depends on what you need. So for me, it was totally freeing to know that 6 hours is great and perfect, and actually better for someone who deals with what I deal with. It's better to get a little less sleep than more sleep or too much sleep. So I think you can understand what I'm trying to say with that. So if it's not clear, let me know in the description box below and I can explain it some more to you. The third thing is eating carbs. So and eating them the correct way, like not eating them all covered in fat, where it's just I'm not talking about heaps of oil or loads and loads of butter, or I'm talking about just properly consuming carbs, potatoes especially, and again, rice when it's cooked the right way, boiling it like pasta, and draining it, just because of the arsenic issues, which I've talked about in other videos. Then, or your quinoa, not being afraid of them. Don't be afraid of these carbs, and that also helps with brain function and helps just get what you need. It helps just get everything nutritionally in order. And for me, again, I stress that for me. So you figure out what it is for you. Those 3 things are key and really work together. I think Dr. McDougall, he talks. I heard something with him about this as well. And something like he said, like have get out and go for walks and have your eat your carbs. And I believe it was him too who talked about sleep. I think that was one of the first times I ever heard about it. He was talking about sleep, and then I looked into it further, and not only me looking into it further and researching it, but applying it to my own life, it worked. So as for me does the carbs and the what was the other one? The carbs and the sleep and the help me. What was it? Oh my goodness. Hang on. I'm thinking carbs, sleep. Oh yeah, the walks. Get out into the sunshine. So that's it. I just wanted to just let you know that. Let me know what you think, if that's makes any sense to you, or if you're have tried anything similar, or what works for you. Let's get a conversation going and talk as a community about what works for each one of us, and then maybe I could apply something that you think might be beneficial, or something that's been beneficial to you that I can try as well. But yeah, so that's it. Thanks. I will. I think I've got gonna make a really cool beet ravioli coming up for probably something else that kids would enjoy, or grandkids would enjoy, and lots of stuff. Like dessert. I'm gonna come up with a really, really good joyously vegan dessert. Because there's always room for dessert. Bye. Take care. Ciao. Go out and bring some joy to the world. Hang on. That was my top for that there, because I was bending over. Okay, go out and bring some joy to the world. See you later. Ciao.